So it's basically like I can choose whatever color I want within like this kind of scale. Like you don't get many options, right? But whatever amount of players you've got, you could choose from. I actually don't mind the purple. If I see blue players, I'll probably think that they're mine. So let's do that. Let's fuck with my mind with that. If you guys want to choose who I play as, like if you know the game and you've got a preference, just say what it is and I'll just pick that because to me it doesn't matter. There's some that like you could build this kind of building but not that building, or this kind of warrior and not that one later on in the game. But I've played as all of them. So I don't have a preference. I don't have a specific one. I like the look of a couple of them a bit more than others, but they're neither here nor there for that sort of stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna go with random unless anybody says otherwise. I am yeah, no, I'll make them allies. I'll still figure around thinking that they're my people anyway. Because if I've done this at least once where I've made red my ally and I've made blue my enemy, and I end up sitting there going, why are my allies attacking me? So let's like not make that fucking difficult for me. So let's see, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Wait, that's more enemies than that. That's 2 allies, 3 enemies. Welcome in, Shadow. I thought I was playing on 7, but maybe that was the next one up. We'll have a quick look. Actually, let's do this. Let's see, 2. Yeah, okay, so 2 and 3. There we go. Holy shit, I basically like dunked my face in my coffee just then. This is what happens when you don't look at what you're doing. Just clean that up. At least I didn't like get it on me or anything like that. I just kind of like over dunked my lip while I was like trying to like where's my mug while I'm focused on the screen. Because I got my glasses on, so I don't have like peripheral vision at the moment. Yeah. Please leave cat style drinking to cats. I don't know. Can't make me. What if I want to just like, I don't know. I see like fucking Azula just like has to swim in hers. Yeah, all right. We'll do this. I think this might be a step back, but I don't know. I had it set to 7, didn't I? So I don't know. We might go up by 1. Go up by 1, and this green one. Let's make it extra confusing since I've got a red and stuff like that. Actually, that's a 1 there. So somebody's going to get an ally. All right. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. So what? 2 allies, 4 enemies, but 1's got a pair. All right. Oh, we'll try that. It's not quite what I said I was doing, but it's fine. You can't see some of the stuff behind my butt, but it's 7 players, random map, random type, gigantic map, so up to 8 players. Reveal map is normal. Population limit is 250. Resources are high. Starting age is default. Victory type, standard. Difficulty level, standard. Speed is normal, and it's definitive edition, so it's kind of prettier. So let's get started on this. I'm hoping to upgrade, what do you call it? My ability to like deal with enemies better. All right, let's go out this way. Yeah, so at the moment we're probably Stone Age, and this is like going to be Tool Age is when we're going to go up or whatever, right? So when we actually get up to about over here, these get up to 3 or 4. That's when I'm expecting there to be priests and stuff around. Just for you guys' information. So when we start getting to that age, if you guys want to like see if you can surprise me by being like, okay, well, I'm gonna Wooloo now, and see whether or not I can like get stressed about it. Yeah, I put the wrong thing next to that, didn't I? But it doesn't matter. I'll still need one for them. Yeah, no, go for it. I have another streamer friend that plays XCOM actually. So it's one of those games where you got to kind of focus a fair bit. Hydrate. Yep. All right. Kind of didn't want this guy to go to that, but yeah. I actually am gonna just like drink down my coffee for a hot second so that I actually get this. Fuck, that's bitter. I did not make a good coffee. Won't do that. Never want to scare you. I'm not mean. Oh, Grim, I'm sure you saw the notification say Age of Empires and went, fuck yeah, I'm gonna be here. Finally, that button's like re-enabled. That is an awful coffee. Yeah, I almost put hot chocolate in it because I was looking at it. I'm like, oh yeah, I've got hot chocolate here. And last time I tried to have an actual hot chocolate, I ended up giving myself a bellyache from the dairy because we had real milk. So yeah, that was a bit of a fuck up. Yeah, XCOM's interesting to watch. And yeah, Grim, Bless called first today. He first chatter. He stole your thunder. You might want to like speak to him about getting that back. Just wake up because your housemate came back. So I actually finished everything I had to do this morning like kind of earlier. And so I ended up going to bed a bit earlier and I was just kind of like watching some stuff while I was like resting. And like the cats were just doing some weird shit, eh? And then when I did finally fall asleep, because it took me ages, because I was overtired, right? So by the time I actually did fall asleep, I ended up getting woken up like it was like the day when everybody wanted to talk to me. And because my phone normally is silent only during like the earlier part of the day, all the notifications in the late afternoon were going off. And I'm like, the fuck is going on? And then once that happened, the cats woke up and I swear one of them bit me. I know Azula gets like really hungry, like really, really hungry, and she's a little chunker. And yeah, she I don't know if it was her or Phoenix, but somebody bit me. I was like, okay, to come last, never liked be early. Oh, Grim. Yeah, I'm glad I read that the way I read that. I didn't actually say that out loud. Although, mind you, when I swear I got bitten by one of the cats, so I had a really fucking interesting dream. It was, I've got to get more food. So I was having a dream that a zombie apocalypse was happening, obviously, because that's most of my dreams. And, I need houses. That's what I need. I'm like, I'm missing something. What am I doing wrong here? I'm like, I don't have houses. So yeah, I had a dream about being in the zombie apocalypse, but stuff was just different. So like zombies were like breaking into wherever we were like strongholded up. It was kind of like a semi-shopping center kind of library kind of thing. So it had like big glass doors at the front, not really a safe place to hide. And it was kind of like motion activated doors. So really not the best place to hide. And yeah, this like one zombie it looked like a janitor just strolled in. I think it had like a fucking broom and everything and like the blue overall type outfit type thing, the coveralls. And it just kind of like walked in and had like these glowing blue eyes and shit, like a robot. And we were like, oh fuck, another one's got in. And we're like, at the time we were trying to like defend the back of the library kind of thing. And it actually like it walked over and like herded the zombie out of the building. And I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, this one's not trying to eat us. And it's got like a fucking laptop that's like doing like super fast like programming calculations and stuff. Yeah, no, go for it, Grim. It looked like it was like hooking up to like the surveillance system or something, And while I was watching it, like the biggest thing that I noticed is that every time we got zombies, it would like herd them away. But it was kind of like, it was almost like it was a surveillance robot zombie. It was like it was there to like monitor us during this apocalypse for whatever reason. Like it was basically like a government assistance zombie or something. And I'm like, all right, well, our only concern now is that we get another survivor rock up and they don't know the situation and try to kill it. So, and of course, as soon as I thought that, somebody, like a group of people, survivors, whatever, busted through the door, and they were like, "Oh, finally we found some other people," and then literally saw him and like shotgunned at him, and I like dived across and like took him down and stuff, and they're like, "Why are you protecting a zombie?" And I'm like, He's a good one. He doesn't eat us." Yeah, so that was my dream, and I woke up like not long after that, and I'm like, "The hell was that?" But that was so awesome. It was so real too, like all of him like programming into the security network. Everything was just like it was like I was there. It was just mad. I swear, like I've got some of the fucking best dreams, even if they are apocalyptic and stuff. Use that emoji you have in your head, introducing yourself as James Bond style. "Hi, I'm a panda, trash panda." That's actually a really good way to say that. I'm sure Bless would be probably happy with that description. Everybody's already in the second age, and I'm in the second age, but I've got to get up to next one soon. And this is where I can't see. Okay, so you guys, whoever's not been here before, I can't actually see my food and the wood because my overlay sits in front of that. So I will constantly not know how much food or wood I've actually got. So if I spam something, it's like, "You don't have enough food," please don't stress about it. I can't see it. I should be able to upgrade these though. No, not quite. There's a lot more than I thought I had for resources. I'm trying to get as much food as possible now. What does this require? 800 food. Alright, well, all those researchers was probably actually really close. I'm going to need to hunt some animals and stuff. I don't even have a barracks, actually. You know what? I should probably make a barracks. Is that something we're going to need? See, I love the whole, I don't know if you guys have seen it, but there was a know your meme animal chart that came out several years ago. And it had like, Trash Panda, it had Bin Chicken, it had, was it Bin Kitten and all sorts of stuff. It was basically the bin and like trash collection animals kind of thing. You got like your raccoons and, what is it, ibis and Australian possums and all sorts of things. And I'm like, I love this. Oh, and don't forget about the, what is it, the nope rope, the good old nope ropes. Speaking of, I had a minuscule fucking spider in here this morning. So, yeah, I was just sitting here and it just decided to walk across my desk. So I'm like, right, well, that needs to die. I usually get a lot bigger spiders, especially in winter, because even though they're kind of like semi-hibernate, you get a couple of stupid ones that think they're being smart, and they're like, "Oh, I'm just going to go inside that house for 5 minutes, guys, and warm up." And they walk inside the house, and I see it, and I'm like, "You need to die." And it's always like about a palm-sized spider, usually as well. So it kind of sucks. But I'll tell you what, I don't want to fucking jinx myself, but at least here, I haven't seen one of the dinner plate sized ones since I've moved in, or since it's been built. My last place, as soon as I moved in, like literally the morning after I moved all my stuff in and I got up, there was a dinner plate sized one in my kitchen, that place. That was not cool. And it was between me and the can of fly spray, so it made things difficult. I had to like climb over all sorts of stuff to get around it. Make a market. I should have made one of these by now. I probably shouldn't have made 2 enemies an ally. I also forgot which color are actually partnered. They should be similar in stats. Maybe these 2? They're very, very close in resources. About 160 odd, 163. Yeah, those 2 have got to be the pair. Normally when you get a partnered set of enemies, they often have I don't have any more food. They often have more equal kind of resources. What is it? Tinfoil hat on. Australia. What exists to make perfect space soldiers who will be able to be used against hostile alien fauna on other planets? Look, probably. I always find it hilarious when somebody's like, "Oh, Australia doesn't exist," and I'm like, you know how you just like exaggerate some confusion kind of thing, and it's like, yeah, okay. As far as I could tell, I exist and I'm here. Maybe I don't. I'm not really sure anymore, kind of thing. Okay. Well, I'm getting some stone, making some food. How are my allies going? I can't really see what they're doing. That's a nice green, though. And blue. I never used purple and stuff. I should have used green. It looks nice. Kind of have a European version of that with Albania. Really? I haven't actually heard of that. That's interesting. It's kind of funny. You kind of like get certain, what do you call it? Like certain kinds of same around the world and stuff like that. Like I don't really hear like a lot of that in the reverse context. Like a lot of people are like, "Oh, Australia doesn't exist," or this or that, and I'm like, I don't really hear anybody else saying somewhere doesn't exist. I think it's just because like we have so much shit that just sounds like it's either made up or impossible. Let's toggle the farms on. I had to just grab my blanket then for a moment. I'm appropriately rugged up, but it's getting colder. Very old 4chan meme about Albania being an only theoretical country. Interesting. Funny thing is, like, I always knew about 4chan, but I never really spent any time on it. It was like the social media of, you know, years ago kind of thing, so I was never there. But I used to hear so much stuff about it. Let's see. I've got 4 people working on it. I can't see how much meat I've got. I might have almost enough for this. I'm not sure. Oh, wait, because it'll usually flash if it's close to it. It's so weird seeing me sit in like such a random other spot, but I found that like when I was down here, I covered a bit of the map and it made it a bit more difficult to see things. So I figured if I set up here, I'm not really like blocking much. Alright, well, farmers are doing well. God only knows. I want to get the research that allows me to share like information and stuff. Hey Moose, welcome in. You're not late. I've only been on I've only started playing this about 20 minutes ago, so it's still early game. Plus, I forgot to even build fucking houses for like 10 minutes, so I shouldn't be doing well in this. Honestly. A long time ago, there was a place where all the memes were born, and now it's just the worst version of Twitter. Oh man, some of these social media places, like I said, I am 100% new to basically everywhere except for YouTube, right? YouTube's basically like been my home ground where I understand everything, more or less. Not everything, but you know, most everything that goes on with it. And everywhere else, I've just never been a part of. So when I made like Twitter and what do you call it? Twitter, Reddit, TikTok, Instagram, yeah, Twitch, YouTube, all my accounts for this. YouTube was the only one that I knew what I was doing. Whereas when I actually like opened up, the funny thing is my Instagram account got shut down in the first 24 hours from excessive activity, and it wasn't me. It was actually people contacting me and DMing me and stuff like that. I had like a whole bunch of people offering to be sugar daddies and shit when I just like opened the account. I didn't even have anything on it, and I'm like sitting there like, the hell? The fuck is this? I'm like, this is not OnlyFans. And yeah, that was interesting. I had to make a different account like a day later, so my Instagram account's like a day older than everything else. But oh, you're just standing there, mate. I could do with more food and stuff, but I kind of want a watchtower because I'm so not protected. Yeah, so that was kind of enlightening. So Instagram was kind of like, I just immediately just ignored all DMs because I'm just like, yep, obviously I don't want to like even see that kind of activity. Twitter has like some of the most hostile shit. It's quite funny to like scroll through some stuff. I'm like, people really like air their grievances on Twitter, honestly. Your wife makes more than me, so you call her your sugar mama. She rolls her eyes every time. Yeah, see, I'm older than Nick, so he calls me his cougar. Which is funny, because I'm not that much older than him. But same kind of principle. Wife met. Oh yeah, because you're a, you did stint doing prison work stuff, hey? Yeah, no, that makes sense. I love the context of that, though. It's hilarious. You're back with your coffee and you feel like a zombie at the moment? Grim, me too, me too. I made a coffee and it's fucking awful. Yeah, see, I thought you'd both be correctional officers. I'm like, I know like most people are pretty open-minded, but I'm pretty sure correctional officers don't usually want to date their prisoners. Depends, though. What are you doing, Azula? Azula has been nothing but tantruming while Nick has been away. She's just been doing everything she possibly can, and she's got the sweetest face about it, too. What? Bruh, well, took me by surprise. What, the prison thing or the cougar thing? I think the thing is, like, everybody has, like, that one, like, funny, out-of-context thing in their relationship. Or even about, like, past relationships. Oh, the prison thing. Yeah, I don't know. It just sounds funny. Azula, what is up? You want all the attention right now. Oh, I get it. There's no food. I understand the expression. She's so pissed. She's like, you know what's on, and you're not getting up. Falling in love when chasing escaping convicts. Or maybe. The romance would be strong. You call it danger creates excitement or something like that. Yeah, right before I went live today, I walked past the food and Phoenix had been making like weird noises with the bowl. And he must have been like just picking up the very, very last biscuits out of it. You know, when like cats don't usually eat when like the center of the bowl is empty. I think he was trying to get all the crummies around the edge. And I'm like, okay, well, I know that's empty, but you guys have been fed and you gotta wait. You gotta wait until like breakfast basically, which is like at 6. So I know that they've been fed. They've got full bellies, right? So they're not starving or anything. But Azula has a bone to pick with me about the fact that she is not currently eating or cannot currently be eating. I'm just going to make people since it's not letting me upgrade. Yeah, and everybody else is upgraded. Yeah, so she's gonna be shitty and sulky and had tantrums all about this. I'll drink the water, Grim. Hydrate. I'm not touching that fucking coffee again. The coffee I made was so bad. It's so bitter. Stay over here. I need to... Alright. My screen's going to go sideways for a second because I've just got to open up something.
Go on.
Get that open. Alright, nice. Yeah, every time the only problem with Age of Empires is every time I move my mouse around, like that, it does that. That's that you don't have me making the coffee. Look, I actually, when I made it, the big thing that I was thinking to myself was the fact that the mug was ice cold and I was making a hot coffee. I'm like, this is already not going to taste good. I already know that. And ironically, it really actually wasn't. Mate, instead of working on that, can you take that back? I need more people working on food. Like, I really haven't actually gone anywhere here. I'm hoping it's not fucking islands again. With it could be like 2 straight long like islands. Okay, let's.
Emotional damage.
Holy crap! Yeah, pretty much. Look, the coffee. I hope it's feeling fucking emotional damage because it's awful. It's so fucking awful. You standing around? You are. How about we build another one? I feel like if I win this game, it's not going to be for actually like... Oh, shit, don't go that way. It's not going to be for actually like playing at the speed I'm supposed to be playing. It's going to be like pure fucking luck. I need more farms and houses and shit, actually. I'll set you over here. Because, like, I am playing, but, like, my brain's just, like, I don't know, it's just got, like, a water wheel or something going on in there. I don't know. I'm gonna get one of those foamers one day. You mean, like, the milk frother thing that's, like, standalone electric, or an actual, like, plug-in one that you'd temp your milk and shit yourself? So at the moment, I'm drinking Moccona instant coffee because we really can't afford much better. We have a pod coffee machine, and we normally get like nice pods for that. But at the moment, we just can't afford that kind of thing. The cost difference that I can get for 1 pack of pods versus the actual jar of like coffee of instant coffee is just I can't justify the purchase. So I'm drinking instant coffee, and usually I can make it reasonably well. I don't mind the Moccona one. I know I used to drink Nescafe, like I think it was like 95 or something like that, at one of my original jobs. I had no problem with it either. Like, I got no problem with instant coffee so long as it's not that, oh, what the hell is it? There's like one that's like basically dust in a can, and it's terrible. I don't remember what it's called. Grim might know. It's just so fucking bad. You're a Nescafe instant coffee. Yeah, see, I don't mind Nescafe. It's a little more bitter. If I want a black coffee, a Nescafe is a really nice one. But if I'm drinking a milk coffee, which I've been drinking those pretty frequently at the moment, I go for the Moccona because it kind of works a bit better for me. Like the Black Rifle coffee, drinking the Tacti Scotch dark roast. God damn. Yeah, you drink some fucking strong coffee, though. Instant coffee gets horrid when one uses water over 80 degrees. Well, like I said, I think the problem is that the mug was freezing and the water was just boiled. Like, I've got a pretty good ratio of how to pour it in to cool down the water as it's like coming down the glass. I did have a job as a barista at one point in my life, so I do know how to actually make coffees. It's just that sometimes I just don't give a shit because I'm just making it for myself and then I regret it. That's probably the worst thing, actually, about having knowledge, is having the knowledge, not using it, and then regretting not using it. Yeah, Moccona's kind of weak. I actually use a tablespoon of coffee per cup. I know you've also drunk Death Wish as well. I wouldn't mind trying it, but I would have to consult a doctor first because I don't really want to know what it might do to my heart. What are you doing just standing there, mate? Yeah, with all my, like, Crohn's and other issues and stuff like that, I would prefer to speak to a doctor first about something like that instead of risking it. But yeah, if I ever talk about I'm making a double coffee, right? So a double coffee for me is if I have instant coffee like Moccona, it's 2 tablespoons per cup. If it's a pod coffee, it's usually, well, I normally have 2 pods per cup as a standard one, and they're normally like 10s to 12s strength. So I would use probably 3 to 4 or do a double pour on them because sometimes they have more coffee in them than they claim to have. And or if I'm actually going out to a cafe and I actually want a coffee, like I've got no problem requesting like up to a quadruple shot in a coffee. You just eat the grounds when you're lazy. I actually really like chocolate-covered coffee beans. I made the mistake when I was younger of not being 100% certain if that was actually coffee. I mean, stupidity, right? But anyway, I ended up eating like half of a packet because chocolate, and